Well, good evening, everyone from Ireland. These are the Cosmic Starseed Academy Pleiadian Sundays. Today is myself, Soma Ara, and Dennis Mulcahy. We are both in Ireland, and today's date is the 23rd of November, 2025. And it is precisely 7:11 p.m. here in Ireland, which I've said like three times now. So just in case you didn't hear that, we're in Ireland. So um welcome everyone. So I think we're just going to go straight into it. Dennis will do prayers, and as he does that, I will close my eyes and I invite you to join us on Substack Soma Ara. Couple of updates. I've spent the last since July this year, I've taken kind of a back step and gone through a lot of shifts and releasing a lot of energy and old stuff. And I feel that's very much to do with the collective. And I feel like I'm very much stepping into new energy, new realignment, just a lot of whole new energies, new beginnings, really new beginnings. And they were speaking about that last night. And I feel like I've been clearing a lot of old stuff and also a lot of preparation that is even unconscious. I know that some of you will understand that and some of you will not understand that, but a lot of the work I do, I've always done a pre-resequit, a pre-work before I do work. I do a pre kind of preparation for it, which is energetic, which is on a higher level, which is often unconscious. And I feel I've kind of been doing all of that because energies um, filter down. So that's kind of the way I've been doing things since July this year. So yeah, still a lot of preparation to come, and um, I'm also feeling quite uncertain at the moment. Um, but I'm feeling uncertain consciously, but unconsciously, I know that I'm tapped in, tuned in, turned on, all of that stuff. Um, so without any further ado, Dennis, are you ready to do prayers?
Yes.
Thank you.
Hello, and I will begin with the prayer called the Law of One Prayer. And I will repeat that a few times. We are all one. When one is harmed, all are harmed. When one is helped, all are helped. Therefore, in the name of who I am, and I am one with all there is, I ask for the greatest good of all here concerned. I give thanks. This is done. It is so. We are all one. When one is harmed, all are harmed. When one is helped, all are helped. Therefore, in the name of who I am, and I am one with all there is, I ask for the greatest good of all here concerned. I give thanks that this is done. It is so. And again, we are all one. When one is harmed, all are harmed. When one is helped, all are helped. Therefore, in the name of who I am, and I am one with all there is, I ask for the greatest good of all here concerned. I give thanks. This is done. It is so. And an I am prayer or mantra I am the light. I am the love. I am the truth. I am. I am the light. I am the love. I am the truth. I am. I am the light. I am the love. I am the truth. I am. Thank you.
Thank you. As always, we are delighted to connect with you. We are delighted to be here. We come in with quite a strong energy today, forceful, uplifting, strength, lion energy, Lyran energy, Pleiadian energy, Jesus energy, movement energy, uplifting. There's a quickness, a fastness, a impactful energy. We were just saying to Soma just now, grounding, releasing, letting go, stepping up. And we were repeating those words to her, grounding, releasing, letting go, stepping up, grounding, releasing, letting go, stepping up. And we recommend that all of you, thank you, as much as possible, step out into nature barefoot, ground your energies. The more you are grounded, the more you can step up, achieve more, do more, be more, live more, breathe more, love more, do all of everything more. The more grounded you are, the more grounding, thank you. Grounding helps you to declutter, let go of old energies that are stuck in your physical bodies. When you ground, you are clearing your bodies of emotions, thoughts, feelings, stuck energy. So we encourage you, including Soma. We never exclude Soma from any of our teachings or downloads or anything we share. It is always best to step out into nature barefoot. You often have to do that in rural areas or areas where there is very few people, because it is socially unacceptable to be barefoot on the earth, which is funny is the wrong word. Disconnected is a much better description. The society has become disconnected deliberately. Programs that teach you you are separate from nature, deliberately to misalign you, disconnect you. The Native Americans are well aware of this and have somehow managed against the odds to stay connected, mostly. Although they are now have many aspects of modern living that affect them in a negative way, one being addiction and but that is leading into a different subject. So new beginnings are where you are new realignments. For Soma, this seems like it's been going on and going on and going on and going on and going on. And it seems like for her, it is she's asking herself, when is the new beginnings? When are they showing up? And we would say to you and to her, patience, patience, dear ones. Things are turning, although maybe not quick enough for her or for you, but things are moving, things are shifting. This is such an epic time of humanity. Be gentle with yourselves. We'd like to share the story of the caterpillar turning into a butterfly. And if you do it too quickly, or if you do it too quickly, it can cause problems in the process. So bear with the process, accept where you are, where you want to be. Accept where you are, accept where you want to be. And in order to get from A to B, in order to get from where you are now into a more positive, stable, financial way that you want to live, we urge you, we recommend, we invite you, we suggest that you use the grounding that we just shared. And while you are doing that, connect with the trees, connect with the tree, with a tree. Bow your head, place your forehead onto the tree, and wrap your arms around the tree. Feet should be bare feet. Let go of the thoughts, the social indoctrination, programming, that it is not acceptable to be barefoot on the earth. What is more natural than connecting to your beautiful Mother Earth that sustains you, that gives you life, that gives you food, that gives you water, that gives you air, that gives you comfort, space, healing, releasement, nurturing. Even a divine feminine energy. There is nothing more balancing than working with nature, where there is nothing that you need to buy or accumulate or get. You simply need to go into nature and place your forehead on a tree with your arms around it and your feet, bare feet, on the tree roots or the soil, if they are not really exposed. And visualize, open your heart, talk to the tree, whether you do it audibly or telepathically. You have tree DNA within you. You are mostly water. You have stardust running through your veins, your DNA, your blood. You are so much more than you've been shown. Your telepathic communication with trees is heard. Not just by the tree you are speaking to or telepathically communicating to, but that singular tree is connected to all the trees around the earth, as you are all divinely connected. The trees are all divinely connected. Everything that exists is all divinely connected to each other. And you are divinely connected to the trees, the stars, the oceans, the suns. All is connected. Such epic change is upon you. Release. Pick up those reins and sit in the passenger seat and take charge of your dreams, hopes, aspirations, inspirations, creativity. Take those reins and move forward. It can be at a leisurely pace or a galloping, whichever you're able to do right now. You've already won this war on consciousness. You've already won. You are just in a time space reality where you are not aware of it yet. But the outcome has already happened. Time is not linear. So we will leave it there for today, unless, of course, there are any questions.
Can I ask a question on behalf of my cat? Would that be too personal?
That would be lovely.
That's very kind of you. Thank you. He's been not doing his potty business in the litter box, and I'm wary of going to the veterinarian. So I'm asking you, can you tell me, please, is he doing this because he's not well? Does he have an infection or something? His name is Jasper.
Have you been moving things in the house?
No, I haven't been moving things. No, I did give him a bath the other day, which he didn't appreciate. Well, he didn't like the hairdryer. Do you think he was angry?
More upset, disheveled, dis mm, mm, diseased. Not diseased, but uneased.
Uneased, yeah, just
Uneased.
uncomfortable. But physically, he seems to be okay.
There may be some we would recommend some liquid.
I have something called Rescue Remedy. Does that sound like it would help?
We can recommend a few things. We would recommend that you sit and have him on your lap. We would recommend that you silently speak to him or speak to him out loud, but direct your thoughts at him. All animals are extremely psychic, extremely telepathic, and will pick up on your thoughts, your emotions, your feelings. He feels out of place.
Okay.
Is there nothing that you've moved in the house? You've moved things. There's something you've moved.
About a month ago, I brought all the houseplants in from the patio. Something I've moved. I I had to move some furniture to accommodate them. That's true, but that's been already a month. Interesting. I really haven't moved anything else.
This is something that's smaller.
A pet bed, maybe. I took his favorite pet bed to the car for the dog to ride in. Smaller. And also there's a
That seems quite important.
Oh, the pet bed is important to him. Okay.
It's his.
Okay. I can try that and I will talk to him on my lap. Thank you so much.
We suggest that you take it back into his space and let him know that because he feels a bit put out, that it's like taking your favorite toy and giving it to a sibling.
To be fair, it is a dog bed, but he does love it. Okay.
It's his bed.
He has made it his bed. Okay. This is good to know. Thank you. What liquid did you think I should give him?
Something that would help him to in the same way that humans sometimes become constipated or have a blockage. Something that would help him to have a bowel movement.
Oh, okay. Okay, I can do that. Thank you. I really appreciate it.
We also would like to add that when you if you do put when you put his bed back, to make a big deal of it in a loving way, to let him know that his space is that it's his bed.
Okay.
Lots of love and affection. Talk to him, communicate. It's quite a beautiful. We don't even want to use the word animal. Let us use the word cat.
He's a very handsome kitty boy.
Well, we will leave it there for today. We thank you. There are far too many people in your world that do not give the love, compassion, respect, empathy, care to animals that they should. So we thank you for your level of soul awareness that you have. Yeah. So we pause there for today. We love you.
Thank you so much. I hope that will help him.
Okay, welcome back, guys. So we were pausing there. Welcome back, Dennis. We paused there for a little break because normally I can't speak after the directly after the channeling, which is kind of a new thing. But so Emily, would you repeat what you were saying about the books that were written, and then Christy, if you pick up from where we left off?
Yeah, so there's a book called The Inner Life of Trees, or The Secret Life of Trees, written by a German forester. And he describes how underground the trees are all interconnected with their root system and with the fungal system, mushrooms and fungi and things like that. And they all have a communication system with one another. And to the point that one of the things that they communicate is if there should be an invasion from a species, a new species of insect, for example, that against which the tree has no natural defense. The first tree or a couple of trees that are attacked by this interloper, they will send out chemical messages and probably something, it seems like something to stimulate the immune system, because they communicate to the other trees how that they need to defend themselves. So I don't know, I need to crack the book open again, but something about the signal that the invaded tree sends out helps to the other trees to build a defense mechanism. That's what I was saying.
Just in response to what Emily said, I might have shared here with this group that I connect to a tree being called Bic. Bic was coming into my awareness for about 10 years now, and he was a being that I was seeing in my meditations, coming in on the left and going on the right. I was seeing for a few seconds. I'd be able to hold his image, and he would look like an extraterrestrial being. I could see his eyes, but I didn't think much of it. I continued meditating, and this being would continue to come in. But anyway, I asked another being that I'm connecting with, Renturus, Elontrius at the time, who this being was, and he said he's a tree being from the tree collective that is here on Earth to support the tree collective, and he's with you, and he's looking for permission to connect in that way. So I gave Vic permission, and the day I gave him permission, he started appearing in the garden, and I started to take photographs of him. If you want me to show a photograph of Vic, I can. And
Yes, please, Christy.
okay, if you want me to, I can do that now. Just
What do I need to do?
you need to make me co-host or host. It's up to you.
Um, oops. Okay, participants. Christy, make host. Yes.
Thank you.
Okay.
So I will share the picture of Bic.
Bic, B-I-C.
B-I-C, yes.
Yeah.
Uh, this is Bic. This is the way this being comes in. And if you can see there, so much going on in the image. He comes in different shapes at times. This is one shape he came in as. And sometimes he appears and there's many different beings within the being. I can share another photograph of Bic after this, but this is one I took of Bic in my garden.
Like a terrier dog.
Yeah, it's a bit like a dog sitting down. Dennis.
Yeah, with a hat on.
Yeah.
He's got the whole costume.
Yes. So I'll show the other image of Bic, and there's a big difference. There's a lot more going on in the other image. This is another image of Bic,
Wow.
again taken in my backyard from the tree collective. So I zoom in, as I say, you can see the different beings within the being.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see a lot of different energies and faces, and
Yeah.
there's a lot of different energies in that, a lot of different
Mm.
faces.
Mm.
I see two distinct faces. They definitely look canine when in nature. Isn't that interesting? This one
It's
seems teeth.
yes, Emily, it's when you see the beings in the being, it's hard to understand that this being Bic is here from the tree collective in another realm to support the tree collective in this reality. And he's been with me a while because I have been spending time in the woods and things like that. He was waiting for me to come forward and ask the question as to who this being was in my meditations. As soon as I asked the question, as I said, Bic appeared shortly after that. This is not the image I took of him on the night. There's other images of Bic, but these two I just had there in a folder that I was showing somebody else recently.
I think, Christy, that you should get all your images together and get them into a book, or every single image you've got of all the different things, all the different
Mm.
images, and maybe even put them into categories of the different images or elements or if they're tree
Yeah.
energies or alien energies or spirit or angels or Venturis, or put them into different categories and publish it.
I took a photograph on Saturday night of a being in the garden. Now, I haven't really focused on the image. I'll show it here. And I wasn't focused on the energies here. I was focused on the being here at the back of the two beings standing. There's one being here. I'm going to zoom in on his face. Do you see his face here looking at me?
Yeah, very distinct.
Yeah. So that's where I was drawn to, folks.
Yeah, I can see that very clearly.
Yeah,
And it's got the feel of the first thing I was picking up was like an English man in
yeah,
ancient, well, I don't know how old, but in London, uh,
yeah,
uh, not the current day
yeah,
London, but going back in history.
yeah, yeah.
Um, but then
So,
but then I started to get a feel for other energy, other um, different kind of cultures, like a Jewish type
yeah,
energy.
well, the information I've showed this photograph on Saturday, yesterday to another group. The information that's coming in over the last Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night, over the last, say, 48 hours is that this is big. Now, if I zoom in on big, the only thing I'm watching is this piece here at the top, excuse me, which I don't think is separated. I think the being is just morphing into each other, the pieces, the body. But the piece that I'm looking at on the right hand side at the top, I'm more drawn to that as well, the energies that are in here. But I do believe at this time that that's another photograph of big. But as I said, I spent more time focusing on this being here that was looking at these two beings.
What do you think, Dennis?
Yeah, that bigger face in the background, I find it interesting. I see I see it having different forms. They all seem to me not human, humanoid, not human, alien, um, and ancient. Yeah, I just find it interesting, that presentation of a being, you know.
Yeah, thank you, Dennis.
Is there a second face in the upper left? Three faces. Are there three faces?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, the one to the right of that. Yeah.
yeah, it
Looks
looks like a being morphing through
like a
there, Emily, as well.
bearded rabbi or something.
You can see his shoulders and his neckline and forehead. I didn't pay too much attention to those. I only took it a few days ago. Normally what I do is I break it down if I sort of was drawn to any piece of the photograph. And I would sort of, but that definitely looks like a human being. Well, not human, but it looks like a being, okay. Uh, Um,
That looks like almost like somebody praying, the one that you just zoomed in on now, like somebody praying.
this one here,
Yes,
Anna.
yeah,
Okay.
the head, and then you
Yeah.
see the hand. It looks like a woman. It could be a woman or a man praying, but they're robed. And then that guy, to me, he looked like, yeah, an Englishman in the Victorian time. Victorian time. He looks like that. The 1800, mid to late 1800. Yeah, him. Yeah, yeah,
Mm,
definitely. But you know what? You know those Easter Island statues? That's the face. If you look at the face and the nose, that's the same almost face as the Rapa Nui in Easter Island. Look at the
okay.
face close. So yeah, I see a combination of like a London man, Victorian England, and the face of the Rapa Nui of Easter Island.
Mm.
Beautiful images, though. Very cool.
Um, do you want me to share one more, or will we leave it here?
Oh, please do share more.
Okay, I'll share maybe one or two more. Let's see. Okay. This being came to me recently.
So I think I see a face kind of in the center,
Yeah,
or the
that's
I
mouth.
him there.
see it. I see it. The little eyes and the mouth, oh, like mouth look like a circle in the nose. I
Yeah.
see. Beautiful. And there's another one down to the bottom right. That's definitely E.T. Beautiful face. It could be a woman. I mean, a female. I pick up feminine. Beautiful. Oh, wow.
Mm.
It feels like a Syrian type, not the image, but a Syrian type energy is what I'm feeling.
Mm.
So I don't know if that's in the photo or if it's just connected to you, Christy.
Um, there's a lot of energies in that photograph. The one I was paying attention to was the one in the center. But there is a lot. Um, there is a lot around the image.
Yeah. What do you think of that one, Dennis?
I see a number of images. The most striking one is, it seems to me, that of a woman. It's a side profile. She's looking to the left. So with that image that I have, she seems to have a striking head of blonde curls, maybe wearing some kind of a headpiece or a crown. Strikes me as very beautiful and regal.
Emily?
Okay, Dennis, I can't even see that one. I see a face. So I see there are two more light spots separated by a more gray, a darker, shadowy spot. And in the gray, which is in the center of the image, I see one face, and right above that in the light area, I see another face. Like what Amira was describing. I don't know if she's talking about that face. And I don't see the blonde curls in the woman, the profile. I'm working on my Rorschach skills here. Oh, and I see a third face down in the bottom, in the bottom lighter area.
Yeah, I think Dennis is talking about me.
Yeah.
That's a joke, by the way.
Yeah, I see three distinct faces there. One, two, three, right on top of each other. Yeah, very interesting. They all have a slightly different countenance and a different feel. Like the top one does seem to have a sort of cosmic princess, royalty feel to it.
Yeah.
The middle one seems more masculine, more humanoid to me. And the bottom one seems I can't shake this sort of the canine semblance in a lot of these faces. That one looks a little more canine to me, with an ear on the upper right. I don't know. It's hard to describe, isn't it? But definitely three different energies at least that I see. Christy,
And
can you zoom out a little bit again? Because overall there's even a different. Thank you. That's far enough. Oh yeah. When you do that, then I begin to see some like a dragon face at the very top with the left eye sort of prominent in the face and the snout. I don't know. It's very interesting. If you look at it long enough, I wonder how many you can see.
mhm. I think there's probably hundreds or thousands. I know that whenever Christy shares his pictures, that there's always more than I'm seeing. There's so much in them, like there's so many different multiple energies,
Yeah.
multiple faces.
Yeah, they seem to be superimposed over each other. Christy, how are you taking these photos? With your phone?
Yes.
Wow. And you have a sense of the beings there before you take the shot, or you take the shot and then you discover?
I take the shot and then I discover.
Okay.
But I get a feeling, download to take the shot. It may last for a minute or two. If I don't act on it, it's okay. It will come back.
So, Christy, you've looked at it longer than anybody else. How many faces do you find?
The main face that I was drawn to was this one here, right in the center. But when I bring someone else in to look at the image, I'm picking up more from what they're seeing. And from showing the image here to this group, I can see there's a lot more going on in that photograph than just the being in the center. Yeah.
It's like a Rorschach test.
Yeah. Mm. So I'll maybe show another ant. Let's see. Um, mm, um, Sorry, folks, just give me a second. Um, I have been connecting to a fairy goddess called Trina. I might have mentioned Trina to you before, I'm not too sure. But I have a fairy castle in the garden here. I bought that when Trina was brought to me by a friend of mine, Angie, and Angie was sent. Trina came to Angie from a channel called Daniel Scranton, and Angie introduced me to Trina. She's a fairy goddess, and Trina explained our relationship and our connection, and she advised me to buy a fairy door and a fairy castle. So I bought the fairy door there, you can see it, and I bought this beautiful piece, this fairy castle. And so I took some photographs recently of some fairies in the garden, but I just wanted to give you some background on really how this came about. So the next photograph I'll share with you will be of the fairies. Okay, so I took this photograph from inside my kitchen, and I'm sensing there's something in the garden. So I took the photograph, and you can see there that I have an arrow pointing out what looks just like dots in the garden. You see that, yes?
Yes.
So when I zoomed in on this, um, I'll show you what came through. We'll go to the next photograph.
Oh, that's so cute.
So here we have the
They're
little
tiny little
pixels and the
faces.
little fairy elementals that are
That's so cute.
jumping around the garden and making themselves known to us in
Yeah,
this way.
that's so beautiful, Christy. They look like little elves.
Yeah, yeah. So
And that one above the the one above the one where you've drawn the arrow, you can
yeah,
see his ears. His ears look quite big, or at least what I can looks like an ear to me. On the left side of his face.
yeah, yeah,
It's got a big ear. To me,
yeah,
it looks like an ear. It might not be an ear, but
yeah,
they're all looking at you, and they're all
yeah,
male to me. And I think
yeah.
if you zoom out, I think there's another one on the left somewhere. Yeah, there. Yeah, I could, yeah.
Mm,
There's another one behind to his left as
yeah.
well. Yeah, that's so cute. That's so cute. I really love that image. Um, it takes me back to childhood days when I used to be in my granny's garden. Um, can you hold on a few minutes, Dennis?
Yeah, I have to go in a couple of minutes.
Okay, darling. Um, yeah, it takes me back to my granny's garden when I used to play out and with my imaginary friends and the nature spirits, and like there were so many of them, like all different types, and yeah. Anyway, I guess we should call it a day. So thank you, everyone. And Christy, please keep sharing every no, maybe not every week, but please feel free to share again the images, new images as you get them. So
Those little fairies were cute. I did see an elf ear. They look so cute.
yeah, really cute.
Mm.
So thank you everyone for being here.
I've just
Oh,
made you host.
thanks, Christy.
No problem.